I want to talk about the breeding process. Hello everybody, and welcome to the RangerRob Country Living channel. Today I need to talk about a subject on Idaho pasture pigs and breeding. And the reason this might be a little bit preachy, I guess, but if you're going to breed pigs, and I'm sure it goes beyond the Idaho pasture pig, but this is information that I have found hard to find on YouTube. And I want to talk to you about breeding pigs and increasing your breeding method as time goes on. That some real problems have shown up that I was not warned about. So thank goodness to basically three main farms. Let's see, Lori and Hayes from Obsidian Farm, Debbie and John Hobby Pig Farm, and myself. And what I want to talk about is breeding your pigs and increasing your breeding quantity and your herd, and most of all to describe, I want to get Desmond in the background here, the problems that come up with boars in your sows. Now this is Desmond. Hi Desmond. Good morning. Good morning. So you guys heard me talking on our videos about our new boar Desmond. So Desmond is a full-size boar for an IPP. They get bigger, believe me. My other boar is much bigger. He has a little bit of tusks, and sorry about my phone. But he's a good-sized pig. He's probably close to 300 pounds. And he's really my pride and joy as far as having a high-quality breeder pig. And I want to tell you about the problems that come up when you're doing sorry about my phone. The problems that come up with introducing a new boar to your herd. All right, there, I got a phone call I had to return, so hopefully I can stay on subject here, but I want to talk about the breeding process and the difficulties we're having that we weren't aware of. Some of breeders will go, oh, that's obvious, Rob. But the thing is, show me a video that talks about this, or talk about articles about this kind of stuff. And I've got this beautiful, beautiful boar, Desmond, and I need to get him with my my sows, and I'm not having any success yet. I will, because I finally had to physically go to other farms and talk to them about breeding. And this is what we came up with. So this is pretty Desmond. Desmond's a boar. You can't see his tusks yet, but he's got tusks, just little ones. And I can't wait to get him bred. And it's a beautiful pig. But unfortunately, he's got to be in this paddock all by himself because I made a mistake. So here's some things I've learned and rules you should keep notes of if you're going to breed pigs. So Desmond here is a kind, beautiful pig, and if you scrub his back, he'll fall down on his knees, he'll roll on you. He's a lovable pig. You would think he'd be just like the sows, but a couple of things about him is he's a big pig, and one is he's really strong, and another thing, he's a boar. And no matter what goes on, and I'm using notes from my boars and notes from John and Debbie's boar and little discoveries we're making. So you can have this beautiful boar that's lovable, playful, ready to breed and the whole things. But you see these gloves I'm wearing? These are really dangerous when it comes to a boar. Why? Because just the other day I told you I got hurt by Desmond and got scratched, and I never really that was so unusual for him. And it turns out my pigs over here, which are going in and out of heat all the time because Sparky's been having trouble connecting, so we haven't gotten pregnant sows out of him, so we're working on that. So anyway, I was over here probably scratching ears and loving my my sows, and come walking over here, and I get in the pen with Desmond, and I'm scratching him, and I thought I would have some fun and see if I can get him to roll in his tummy, but he did something that surprised the hell out of me. Is he swung his head at me just like when he sees a sow. Boars like to bump their noses and tilt their heads towards the sow, and anyway, he did that to me. The problem is with that, when they got tusks, they can catch you, scratch you, and even puncture you doing that. And he wasn't being mean or anything. He was acting like a boar. And I don't care if you got Idaho Pasture Pigs or Durocs or anything else, any kind of pigs. These are all common issues. He smelt the sows on my gloves, and I didn't even think about it. And he reacted like a boar does when he catches wind of a girl. And the other incident is, you saw a video earlier. It's called Rough Day. We added Annie in here. He started chasing her around because he wants to smell her and all that. And she freaked out, and we had an incident where she busted through the fence and stuff. And it turned out okay in the long run. But rule 2 there is he's not part of the herd. So you can see over here, I'm working my way over here. Annie, the one with the white spots, he's never met Desmond. So I didn't even think about the fact that if I introduced her into Desmond's paddock, she was freaking out because she's never met the boar, and she's still a gilt. And so she freaked out. My boar, other boar in the back, they're so used to each other that I can bring them in and out of the pens with no problems. But when I put her in with Desmond over there, all hell broke loose. So, and I have already learned with Sparky, if I'm handling one of my sows and they're in heat, he gets riled up, and I am really cautious with him because he's got tusks 2 inches long, and would definitely do some damage to your leg or arms or hands if he decided to swing his head at you. And they don't do it out of meanness, they're doing it out of natural skills that boars have to entice their sows. So I'll be damned if you can get on the internet and find out anything about this. So I wanted to kind of focus on if you're going to breed, our friends John and Debbie just have a set of feeders. They have a sow and they have a boar, and they just had piglets. Everything's gone great. Anyway, but Rosie, their one that their piglets are getting older now, and she went into heat again. And their really nice boar, which is bigger than mine, about the size of Sparky, caught wind of Rosie and has acted totally insane. He was a beautiful, nice, loving loving boar, but when they catch wind of sows in heat, they're insane, and they got only one thing in mind. And so lesson to learn for them too. So as I was having issues with my boar this week, they were having issues with their boar at the same time, because Rosie went into heat after a little more than a month after she had piglets. So now their boars breaking through the fences and all kinds of things like that. So one of the things I won't do in the future is, when I'm introducing pigs, breeders together, I will not use Premier One fencing. I love Premier One fencing, and when things are calm over here with Desmond, he's been fine in the Premier One fencing. He's not trying to break through anything. But I bet if he was to catch wind, if the wind went the right direction, and he could smell my sows over here in gilt, he'd probably just go through the fence. And it wouldn't matter if he was getting shocked or not. His drive would just tell him, I need to go mate. And now the other thing is, I don't like the fact that he's alone in this paddock. I don't know if it's a personal thing or whatever, but I can kind of tell pigs don't like to be alone. They are a social animal. And hi Desmond. And so we're going to try to move as fast as we can to take care of them. Now, so what we have learned is we told you we went and bought some new fencing. So here and here, we're going to build two paddocks side by side. So they'll look a lot like this over here. Only they won't be designed just for babies. And we're going to put Annie, the one we had trouble and panicked, in one paddock, and we're going to put the Desmond in the other. And they're going to have some time to get to know each other and smell each other and interact through the fence. But they're going to be stronger than these fences. These are steel, but we're going to use 5.5 foot T-posts, and these are wired. These have electric wire on them, and we're going to do the same thing. And with them. And the other recommendation is, if you have two sows, it's better to introduce with two sows before you put them together, which will distract the boar a little more, so your sows don't freak out. Here's our other boar. This is Sparky. Now, hi. If you look at his tusks are at least 2 inches long. Come here, Sparky. Hey, baby. Show us your tusks. Now, could you imagine if he swung his head really fast? He's always at knee level, and drove one of those into your leg. And as you can tell, that it's not like they brushed their teeth every day. it'd be a good opportunity to get infected too. But yeah, hi. Now it's okay, he's part of the herd. So even if these sows are in heat, he's not freaking out on me so much because he can rub up against the sows anytime. But if he was like way back in the field and whatever, and I just got done petting Annie or something, and she was in heat mode, he could kind of freak out a little bit too. So the problem we're having with Sparky right now is he's not connecting, and he's had a bad foot, and that's why we've been giving him medication. But you can see he's constantly checking out the girls and nosing them and smelling them, and he's 100% boy. And I just don't think the breeders talk about this part of the breeding process. A lot of times you'll say, oh yeah, I just brought the boars over and with the sows and they went at it. But if they're haven't seen each other for a while, or the boar hasn't been around a sow in a while, they're freaking insane. So the big part I want to do, I hope this video teaches breeders, first of all, always take a boar serious, even during friendly times and they're being cute. But if there's anything that has to do with sows being in heat, the whole works. Are you trying to lay down? Hey. They're insane, and they don't care about people. They will do stuff that you might get hurt. And I just want to say that pigs are not mean and bad. You got to understand how they function. And yeah, and they drink all your guys' water, huh? But luckily Annie here, even though she got cut in the back end from Desmond, she's doing just fine. She doesn't appear to be having any bleeding or infection, so we're lucky, very lucky. But anyway, I just want to get the message out there. Respect your boars. Use a pig board whenever you can. There's times you got to go into the paddock and put hay in the houses and stuff. Take a pig board and keep a distance between you and your boar. Especially if some reason you picked up some of the scent of your sows and gilts. A boar will react and start doing the boar things that they do. And anyway, this is just a part of the series of Guide to Raising Idaho Pasture Pigs. And this also pertains to any other kind of breeds. But, you know, make sure that you have good connections with other farms. Communicate, ask questions, and a lot of subjects like that are not talked about on a regular basis. And I'm sure there's a lot more things that I need to bring up, but one is I don't like pigs being alone. Two, introducing a new pig to a herd is easier said than done. He needs to be accepted by the herd, and he will. But we've got to take precautions to make sure it goes right. Here's our feeders, by the way. Hello, guys. Hi. And because they're from another herd, I can't blend them with my other piglets until they initiate and meet each other for a while. Otherwise, you'll have fighting amongst the little ones. And anyway, so I hope that's been a good guide a good thing to know about your boars. Understand they have needs, understand they have a drive, and that's how nature works. And I hope this video reaches people that are breeders for pigs, so they don't get hurt. I'm not trying to scare you so much as I am to, most of the time nothing will happen, but all it takes is one time. So keep that in mind when you're trying to start up a breeding program. So I hope this was informative to you, and if you have any feedback and comments down below, feel free to. I'm sure there's a few things I missed, but let's get the conversation going about how to be a good breeder and how to be cautious and understanding. What is my dog doing? My dog can find more things to get in trouble. She just found a feather. Anyway, guys, please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos. Will really be helpful. And tell us your Idaho Pasture Pig stories and the other types of pigs you've had when it comes to breeding. And let us know the stories and share with other people in the comments the things in between that they don't talk about. And hopefully this video will address some of it. So anyway, guys, have a great day, and I gotta get warmed up because it's freezing out here. Bye now.
This video is made possible by RangerRob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now.
RangerRob, country living.